Hello and welcome to the back nine of round one of the FPO feature card at the 2024 MVP Open presented by OTB Discs. We're at beautiful Maple Hill. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your two hotkeys.
Honk. Little bit of rain, little bit of wind, little bit of mist out there. Some tough ground conditions. There have been quite a few birdies on the front despite all of that. Do you think there's more on the back, Les? What do we think?
I think there's more on the front. I think you want to stack them up on the front and then maintain in the back.
Yep.
But Maple Hill's pretty punishing all around.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's a rough a couple finishing holes, so we have some changes as we move into the back nine as well that I think made it play a little tougher.
Yeah. Annika Sten and Natalie Ryan tied for the lead at 3 down right now. Last year, the best score we saw across 4 rounds was 7 down, and I think it's probably playing, 2 strokes harder maybe with the changes, roughly?
I think that's about right.
Hole 10 is an uphill par 3. Sneaky change. We used to go from the left, have to shoot a gap kind of over a wall. Now we're to the right, and it tricks you into thinking it's easier, but it is very hard to get there. It's a very straight shot. You can't really work the flex or the hyzer angle at all because of the trees on the right. Then you gotta get up and over the castle wall and putt it in. Most good shots from the middle of the field are landing in circle 2. Obviously, our power players are gonna have a little bit better look at it, but I don't know, just having to go straight instead of working a righty kind of flexing shot takes a little distance off.
Yeah, I feel like I had no problem getting getting a putt last year from the tee pad, and this year I can't even get through these Christmas trees.
Well, I think that you have to do what Natalie did, which takes an exceedingly amazing amount of power to go up and over those trees.
Yeah, Ella came in lower and flatter, got an unfortunate amount of ground play. She's gonna. Oh my God!
Sick.
Amazing.
Look at her just run this in. Yeah, girl. Sweet little forehand shot. Natalie with a more conventional birdie.
Yeah, what a great putt, being pin high.
She moves to 4 down.
Yeah, I don't love this change either. It says 276, plays like 390.
60. Yeah.
No, I think it's close to 400.
Okay.
It's up there.
Yeah, I mean, I can barely get into circle 2, so yeah. Kristin, I think in circle 2, but just having to pump it straight up this hill definitely makes it tough. Missy gets just outside the circle with a great shot. I'm going to work the forehand. She often gets a little bit more distance, particularly uphill with the forehand flex. A little too flex and a mean kick.
Yeah, that was rude. We'll see if she has any sort of gap. The earlier you hit, the more low ceiling it is, and trying to get up on top of the castle can get difficult. Holyn going a lot higher, kind of like what we saw Natalie Ryan do.
Great shot. This is always the funniest little putt, though. You think she goes turbo? We don't know. And decision time here for Own. Typically, if you land in the grass on the right, that's kind of the best place. Yeah.
Nice.
Perfect.
Still a little tall there. We'll see.
Just a bit.
Yeah, we'll see what she has to work with.
Kristin from, almost 50. You can just see how uphill that is. But this is a good par. I doubt very many people birdied this one.
No, only 9 birdies out of 38 competitors.
Did that hit Kate?
I think
Did it
so.
nub? Dang.
Okay. So weird. It looked like it fell out of the bottom.
Yeah. Holyn able to actually do a normal putt through, what do you call that? The battlement?
Yeah.
Dang, I was hoping we'd see a funny little one, like a little overhand, where they're like confused. They're like, do we go normal? Do we go up?
Turbo.
Scuba?
Yeah.
Basketball?
Yeah. Butterfly?
What is that?
The little floppy putt.
Oh, okay.
The backwards flipping one.
Yeah.
I call it a butterfly.
Yeah, I like that.
What do you call it?
I don't know.
What do you guys at home call it?
Leave it in the
backwards flipping one.
Yeah. Huh. I don't call it anything.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Flutter putt?
Yeah, sure.
Something.
The butter flutter.
Yeah, butter flutter. Hole 11, these stats. It played as the fourth easiest hole of the day.
Okay.
Okay, but there were still only 7 birdies. Okay, so
Lots of pars.
lots of pars. This tee shot continues to get more and more difficult as these Christmas trees grow taller and taller. We really wish someone would come celebrate their really tall roofs at their house by taking these, but they do not. They year after year they get bigger and bigger, and it takes a bigger and bigger arm to get over. And Paige showing us how to do that here. If you can get all the way out here, it's a really easy up and down. The basket's perched on a wall though, so rollaways can be prevalent.
Yeah, I don't want to call it easy, but simple for sure.
Simple to get to circle 1.
Yes. Yes. Paige doing a good job of getting to the kind of edge of that rock wall. She is 3 down now. Man, I would love to celebrate a tall roof.
Yeah. Who wouldn't?
Man, these mists look amazing on camera. Oh, look at that rain. Holyn with a beautiful flexing shot. Just going to catch a Christmas tree. Not so simple from there.
Man, Holyn throws so far. That really just speaks to how far Paige just threw it.
Yeah. Yeah, those 3 trees right there are the ones that kind of are semi-blocking the flexing shot. You got to throw a little higher than you used to.
Yeah, the more I watch this hole being played now and the more I play it myself, I used to throw a more straight, like force over or flexing shot up the middle. But now I think you do have to throw a hyzer over these trees to get there.
I'm going like flippy full turnover over the trees.
Yeah, I like that.
Which is a good way to get there if you don't have that much power on a hyzer.
We do often have a headwind on this hole. It's like I would be surprised if we make it through the weekend without seeing a ripping headwind on this hole at least once.
What was it? Was it a headwind today?
It was like the lightest headwind ever.
Yeah, it was
barely.
Light here, and then it kind of picks up as we go to the other side of the hill. At least it did for my card.
Showing us what the tree spot looks like.
Oh, no.
She goes from tree to tree. Is she way up high?
Yeah. Okay, she's going to be able to work a run-up, though.
Right into the wet branches. Ooh.
Wow. Wow. Just to have an opportunity to save par after only throwing it 40 feet into a tree is unbelievable.
I feel like we are Owen Wilson wowing really heavily today.
Wow.
But that really was a phenomenal shot from Owen. Missy showing us a little bit more straightforward way how the hole is played. And we get a Missy fist bump.
Love to see it. Kristin able to throw a slower speed. I believe that's her verdict. Beautiful shot. A little bit of a putt left, but up there nicely for birdie to get back to even par.
Holyn.
So far.
He's so far. Little straddle, step out, sidearm.
Just a bit too much turn on that.
The wind kind of picking up here for a second.
It's crazy that she's -2 because she looks a little bit kind of frustrated and stressed out there. Like she could be -6 right now, it feels like, with the strokes she's left out there. But -2 is a great score. But yeah, just interesting body
Maple
language.
Hill dog.
Yeah. Owen looking for a par save. Not going to find it.
Wide right, and that could be a rough comeback putt.
Yeah, sometimes they just sail back there. Oh, yeah. Owen with... Is that her first bogey? No. It's not.
A good golfer has...
Short memory?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a great golfer.
Mine was so short I forgot what to say. A nice birdie from Kristin.
Yeah, she's back to even par. Missy for another birdie to move to 3 down. Love to see it.
Holyn gonna have to settle for par, even with the really, really far drive. Maple, you really have to settle in with sprinkling birdies here and there. It's a lot more rare to have a turkey or a 4 in the row like we've seen at the last couple events.
And another classic Christmas tree hole. 12, it's a par 4, 525 feet. You see a lot of women go over the Christmas trees on the right with a big booming flexing shot. It's not in this flyover, which is funny, but they planted some new trees because this hole just wasn't hard enough. We think they're olive trees. We don't know. We don't know if they're going to make it through the weekend. They are teeny tiny and right in the way. You want to get as close to the top of the hill as you can and then navigate a very narrow tunnel downhill. I like kind of a flexing forehand shot, but it just depends on where your tee shot lands.
Yeah, if you land more left, it sets up more to a hyzer that you have to kind of get lucky at the end. Valerie Mandujano
In the olive trees.
Yeah, she is a little turned over and short. This is a tough up and down, and this is how it kind of stacks.
Oh, yes. Oh, wow.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Man, good grab because that thing was going a mile past.
What an interesting par.
Yeah, that is one way to do it.
And that is the main mistake you want to avoid off the tee. Valerie obviously managing a par, but you want to get up and over these trees.
This hyzer that Kristin's throwing takes so much power.
It really does. Over 400 for sure.
Wow. She's to the little tree?
Yeah.
I underestimate how far she can throw.
I know. Probably because she looks so smooth.
She does look smooth.
And it's kind of a bummer, though, because she has one of those tiny trees in the way, and that's a phenomenal drive.
It's one of the best drives I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Missy fading out a little.
This is kind of the other common mistake. It's not the worst over there, but it's not great.
Yeah, if you're lined up to a gap, it's workable, but sometimes there's just no gaps.
Holyn looking to put this one more on the right side, and she does. Nice, powerful shot here.
Yeah, setting herself up for that forehand Erika was talking about and the flyover.
Boy, she is businessy today, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Working the forehand, you don't see this super often, but it's a great play to kind of take those trees out of play.
I feel like all those podiums from Holland's got to make her extra hungry.
Yeah, girl can eat for sure.
She's ready for a win.
Another win.
Mm-hmm.
Here is the flex forehand I was talking about. Owen going to be flexing a little too far to the right maybe for the birdie. Oh, gets a nice tree kick. With this one, honestly, you're generally happy if you get about halfway to 3/4 down the hill and at least have an easy look at par. This one feels just a bit like a bonus birdie to me.
Yeah, and this green is oddly challenging, even
Yes.
if you do get to circle 2 or circle 1. Oh, my goodness.
Okay. Hole 12 loves Missy Gannon. I wonder if she can see this.
Nope.
Because, like, she's gonna
parked.
She's going to get down there and be like, I didn't throw that good of a shot.
How? I bet she's going to look for her disc for a minute. Yeah, this, even if you do get inside the circle just barely or in circle 2, this putt's a little scary. It drops off right behind the basket. And I feel like I see so many people 3-putt on this green for some reason.
Yeah, definitely. Kristin landing a good 30 to 40 feet farther than most great shots land. Able to see the pin, go standstill harp. Fantastic.
Yep, breaking the hole.
Even those little trees couldn't stop her. Couldn't they at least be maple trees? That's what we were saying in the practice room. Own for a birdie. Man, that roll was really so nice for Missy. I hope she goes and watches this later and it's like, okay, I see what happened.
Wow. Oh.
There she goes.
What a putt. Super death putt as well.
She was due for one. It's been a minute. That's to get Own back under par for the round. Here's Kristin also to go 1 under. Starting to string them together nicely. I'm guessing less than 10 birdies on this one for sure.
Yeah, there were 9.
Nice. Wow, 9's kind of the number on the hard holes today.
Missy after some really nice ground play.
It was still a good shot, don't get me wrong. But to curl up inside the bullseye, pretty sweet.
Was her destiny to birdie that one?
Missy in the lead, in a tie for the lead now.
The pixel makes putting so effortless, which is exactly what I wanted from this disc, that I can just put it on the line and then just let the disc slow float to the chains. For me, always, the more a putter beats in, the more magic it has inside, so hit those chains.
Hole 13. We love this hole, even though it is very difficult to get up and down. The gap is so far away from the basket, and because it's so downhill as well, it's difficult to get your disc on the perfect angle as you enter that gap. You see a lot of overstable discs hyzering out early and having to navigate a bunch of trees to the green. You see a lot of flippier discs trying to hyzer flip, ending up on the right side in that line of trees, and it can be tough over there as well. Ella just goes straight up the gut.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
She is on the dance floor. They built this little berm last year to keep the green high and tight. Ella gonna get a birdie on it.
Yeah, she's 3 down now. Yeah, this is one. It's funny. You don't often see successful shots on this one, but it's so fun to try to get down there perfectly.
Yeah, and I think it would make sense to just kind of chip something up to the middle.
Well, you don't see
a
it.
Jump putt down. Yeah, no, everyone is trying.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, no, I'm going to get this one today.
It's kind of the best.
Yep.
Kristin pulling it to the right, the classic mistake. It can be rough in there. It can be fine. Ooh.
Yeah.
This looks great. You almost want a little bit less height. She's coming in really hot. But a great shot.
Yeah, if that didn't hit a tree, that was potentially going way down the hill.
Mm-hmm.
So only 7 people were even able to get to circle 2 in regulation.
Wow.
I know.
Why do we all think we're going to get this one?
Because we can.
I know. No, I know. I think it too. Like, I know. We did get to watch Rebecca Cox in the practice round absolutely park this shot. So go check that out. It's worth a watch. Ooh, little hyzer flip. Not quite turning enough for Holyn. I think this side can be brutal, but maybe has slightly larger gaps than the right. Hard to say. Kristin really not left with much here. That's about as good as she could have done.
Yeah, look at how obstructed it is for Holyn's approach. She's going to go around the outside with a forehand, and it's going to work.
Yeah, pretty shot. She'll still have to make a putt, though, for a par.
Really great touch. This hole can so quickly turn into a bogey. You can see why.
Mm-hmm. But year after year, no one's pitching up. Kristin looking at another bogey. Missy, super long look, maybe even outside circle 2. I wonder if she can see it. Great layup. Own for a birdie.
Ooh, a little backboard action, keeping that disc from hyzering out down the hill. Holyn with a lot of work left to do inside circle 2. Oh, so close. So Ella Hansen was the only birdie of the day today. The only 2 people got to circle 1 in regulation. Stacy Kiefer got there but wasn't able to capitalize on the putt.
We'll see more.
Yes, we will.
But yeah, stacking up some bogey strokes. Holyn still looking pretty frustrated out there, but this next one's a good one to get. It's in everybody's wheelhouse. Missy looking pretty relaxed out there with her 4 down. Annika Sten, Natalie Ryan also 4 down. Paige Pierce, Ella Hansen both 3 down. Hole 14, another water carry, 297 feet. Not technically an island, but essentially plays as one. There's an inbounds kind of strip of a road there. There's an OB little pond to the left if you really shank one. But generally you are carrying this water and then coming in. Yeah, here's the new green. They built this up so you need a little bit more height to clear it, but it's really nice because it's a great backboard for the putting green. If you don't land safe, it's a mandatory drop zone just outside the circle going right at the water.
I like too that you don't have to worry as much about rollaways.
Yes. Ooh, Paige. Sneaking in left side on the... Yep, on the basket. I got really distracted halfway through my sentence. It looks like that was to go, what, four down. Uh-oh. Missy hyzering. Never really had a chance.
The extra height on the green makes this hole feel like it's a little bit farther than normal. Last year I was pulling out a fairway driver, and this year I dead set on a distance driver.
Yeah, I keep hitting the wall just over and over and over
Me
again.
too.
You just need that little bit of extra pop. The best mistake to make is to kind of come in a little too early and leave yourself a longer putt, especially since they have that little bit of a backboard now. Kristin with a lovely shot into the circle.
Yeah, I like how it looked like she threw a distance driver, but softly. Kind of floated it up there, used the wind to her advantage.
It looks safe the whole way, which is impressive.
And it didn't get a big skip either.
Holyn's, I don't know, she might go deep inbounds now. Looks like Kristin threw a grand glory. That was a great shot. Gonna see some drop zone putts here. Very possible to make. Very nervy putt. Missy Gannon up first.
It's wild that there's less OB strokes on this hole than on hole 8.
There's a little more room to work. Oh, Miss Missy.
What?
Sweet putt to keep a really great back nine going. Let's see that slow-mez.
So good. Dead center.
And that's to maintain a bogey-free round.
Oh, what?
Cool, huh?
Clutch. Missy looking like she's very effectively carrying over her play from last week.
Holyn up next trying to save par.
I'm just not quite committed there.
Difficult one to do it on. From just inside the circle. Oh, counter for it. Just
Nice.
so good.
No fear. A third of the field was able to get this birdie. And just under half the field got to inside the circle.
Kristin working her way back under par again.
Holyn unfortunately going to string a couple bogeys together here.
Yeah, I think most people like the wall. Seems like a positive feedback.
Ooh, I like this shot too.
Yeah, me too.
Pretty.
Yeah. A little bit of a shuffle here
Paige Pierce going to tie for the lead now after birdieing hole 14.
with Missy.
Love hole 15. It's 322 feet. Plays more like 340. Very distinct shot to get there, but you can get lucky on the right side as well. If you feel more comfortable with your flex game, it's fine to turn something over there and let it hyzer through those trees. I like the dead straight shot, kind of a force flex with something straight or a hyzer flip up the gut. Own gonna go forehand here. Not something I've ever considered.
And she's been doing kind of more predictable shots all day, but she's got to throw us for a loop at least once. She definitely overflexes that, but gets through.
Hitting early on this hole is so brutal because you have to go up and over the hill and get your disc to finish really straight for a while. It's so hard to access the basket from the bottom of that hill that Kristin throws over.
That was such a great looking shot. Still a good result. That was Gold Line St. Pro.
This is another sneaky hard green. The basket's up on a stump that has created a sort of natural berm.
This is my absolute favorite shot on the course to just pipe it straight and get through clean. Missy with her ESP Thrasher. I think she's in the circle. Holyn trying to work her way back under par. Oh, there's that
man.
early hit Mad was talking about, and it is so hard to recover a par from here. Look at all the stuff in Holyn's way.
You often see discs catching a tree in that second line. Holyn floats through all of them, though, and even gives herself a putt.
Really great effort there from Holyn. Still some work left to do, though. Own. Probably good for it. Let's face it.
Oh.
So
man.
close.
I hate when there's a tree on the left side and you still miss left of the basket.
What is that?
I don't know. I know that's relatable. Everyone knows that.
Just the universe being like, watch
Hey.
this.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Ooh, what a save.
I love that little soft bid from Holyn.
Yeah, she had to go around that tree. It looks like nice little hyzer.
Just hating it.
Yeah, she's
Missy
so
was-
mad not to birdie.
Yeah, Missy with some trees in the way. Oh, and she almost works all the way through, just ramping off the rim. Super clean back nine from Missy Gannon.
Yeah, super clean. All of it.
Mm-hmm.
Bogey free, come on. Kristin for another birdie. Great conversion there, right at circle's edge.
There were 11 birdies on this hole. It played as the third easiest hole of the day. This one used to be so tough. It's so cool to see it as being like one of the easier holes now.
I know. I'm so proud of us. Proud Goose Mom.
And heading in the home stretch.
Missy maintaining that tie for the lead with Paige Pearson, Natalie Ryan. Looks like, wow, one down's good enough for top 10. Man, interesting. Hole 16 is a par 3, 364 feet. Same hole we've had for, 3 years now? Something like that. I like kind of a hyzer flip to turning shot. You do see a variety of flexing shapes. A forehand could work too. Main thing is to get kind of up and over at least the first hill, ideally somewhere in this ditch or obviously on the green. If you hit early, it's another one just like the last hole where it takes a heroic effort to save your par.
This is another one that, even though it's 364, everyone in the field feels like they can at least get a putt on it.
Yeah. Goldline St. Pro from Kristin. I wonder if it's just because of the flexing shape nature of the hole.
One thing to include some info about this hole, though, is that this is the shortest tee pad on the course.
Yes.
It's shorter by like 2 or 3 bricks. And if you are not thinking about that and preparing, you will find yourself running off the front of the tee pad.
Yeah. There's one place you can stand right at the back right corner to give yourself an extra step or two.
You can see Missy on that little route right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have one of the shorter run-ups in the game, and this is too short of a tee pad for me.
Yeah, so to throw like a big distance shot on the short tee pad, it's a little hard. You see a lot of early releases, like we just saw Missy not quite getting the power on it.
But she's far enough where it's a pretty simple par.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was hoping we'd see some forehands.
It's a big forehand.
It is. Oh. I say, but if anyone's got the distance, it's Holyn, but she overturns it out of her hand. And this is a very blind, pretty far shot for a standstill.
Oh,
Okay.
all right. She has no idea how good that was.
Yeah. She's inside the circle, it looks like.
This was one of the first holes where you could kind of feel the wind a little bit left to right. Looks nice and calm here. Missy trying to go big eyes. You think she was trying to go through there?
Yeah, I don't know. You didn't feel the wind on 12 and 13? Oh, that's where I got the gusts.
When the front pushed through.
Yeah. Let me tell you, my joints felt it coming a mile away. On with a pretty good effort there. Here's Holyn working really hard for her pars. Let's see if she can get another one. Oh, and the roll. Gonna have to putt from almost the same spot. That's just the worst feeling. And it takes a lot of effort to refocus after something like that. But she's got it. But boy, is she mad. If I saw Holyn with this face right now, I think I would run.
Yeah.
Be scared for my health.
Maple Hill definitely showing her what it's made of right now.
Yep.
Kristin, though, getting the birdie, one of only 3 today.
Wow. And a turkey.
I looked at the stats right after I said everyone in the field feels like they can make it to this green. And
But
only 6 people got to circle 2 in regulation today. I don't know why it played so tough.
I'm going to brag for 1 second. I birdied this with like an 85-foot.
Yeah, throw it. Yeah, because only 6 got to circle 2. Only 2 got to circle 1 in regulation. There were 3 birdies.
Who's the other birdie?
Hot Goose, Erika Stinchcomb, Stacy Kiefer from circle 1. And we just got to watch Kristin Tattar.
Kristin with a turkey. Putting in a lot of work to move up the leaderboard. Now in a tie for second.
Hole 17, the tightest gap on the course. Not a double mando, but might as well be. You do see some people accidentally grip locking and getting lucky through the right side of that gap, but the main idea here is to obviously hit the gap and get way, way, way up this hill. Don't be too pinched to the right side early because it gets really rough to be able to get the angle you need to get down to this elevated basket. There's an OB line on the long side. Paige Pierce a little early, and this is tree jail over here.
Okay, a really great flexing forehand shot to escape out of there. She can save par from here.
It's so scary to push that OB line.
With the backhand in particular.
No.
Oh, she's OB again. Oh, and she's just laying up now for a double.
Oof.
And after a bogey, it looks like really going to slide down. She was in contention for lead card. But
Ella, forehand.
cool shot.
What?
Ella Hansen 3 down.
That's huge.
Yeah. Huge, huge. She might even be able to see it from there.
This is a more typical play. Backhand hyzer flip up the middle.
Nice big shot from Natalie as well. And wow, to be able to see the pin. So cool. Natalie sawing that off a little bit.
Ooh, tree love,
Yep.
maybe. Still a scary putt.
Always a scary putt, no matter where you are in this one.
Ella doing a nice job with the forehand, getting to basket high.
Is she down there, though?
Did she fall down?
I can't tell, because that's like an awkwardly tall putt. Look at
Oh, yeah.
Look at little Ella. Both great birdies. And Paige going to slide back. Got a pretty big battle here to get on lead card.
This
Kristin
plays-
also going forehand.
Yeah, this plays us the second easiest hole. Bummer to mess this one up. This is one that everyone's kind of chomping at the bit to at least have a birdie putt.
Yes. I love the forehand. I don't usually see that much. But it makes sense. Face the gap the whole way.
Yeah, and if you've got the distance, in Owen's case, we know she has even more distance forehand, so this is definitely the play. She turns this one over, though.
But still fine. She can still birdie with a big shot. Missy doing what we would consider a more typical play. Yeah, pipes it. Love the hyzer flip to straight shot. I can never make myself throw 100% through that gap. I land a little short every time because I'm like, oh no, oh.
It's funny. I feel like I have to throw harder to get through a gap. I can't throw soft through gaps.
Mm.
Ooh,
Wow.
huge.
Awesome shot.
Getting some anger out on this tee shot.
Yeah, Owen with plenty of distance. This one little teeny tree in her way. Forehand's a great way to get there to not challenge that left OB line.
Whew.
That'll be a very long look and decision time. Owen calling it safe. I love the backhand approach shot personally. But yeah, that OB line they added last year does make it a little scarier. Great shot from Missy. Missy looking really just calm. She's beaming out there.
Oh, Kristin catching a branch.
Oh,
But it
Yeah.
gets still down there.
circle's edge. That's why I don't like the forehand. I always throw it exactly at that corner. I can't help it. Holyn also able to see the pin, a rarity here.
Ooh,
And
nice little
beautiful.
floaty approach.
Yes. What do you think? Running it?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kinda. Yeah, it was a run. It was a run. And it checks up. That can turn into a uphill 50-footer in 1 hot second.
Mm-hmm.
Kristin just inside the circle, looking a little straddle birdie putt. Ah, to go 4 in a row. Dang.
So close, just barely on the rim. Missy for another birdie.
Ooh, right side chains. She's going to have a significant comebacker to protect that bogey-free round. Significant. Wow, she hit a lot of chains to be in circle 2 right now. Yes!
That's one way to par.
The Missy shrug might be my favorite disc golf reaction. Oh, yeah, let's see it in slow-mo. This is a very uphill putt, as we saw from Ella earlier. Show the shrug. Dang it. What a clean round for Missy.
Holyn finally getting some green after a little rough stretch there. Working her way back to even par.
Yep. Always an awkward putt. Similar to that castle putt. You're just so uphill, so nose up.
Umbrella putt.
Holyn with the only birdie on our feature card. 1 more to go. Pretty tight at the top, looking at the battle for lead and chase card, moving into round 2 of 4. Missy, Gannon tied Raven Klein in the clubhouse and Ella Hansen. Oh, not in the clubhouse, sorry. We're through 17 because that's what we do in round 1. Hole 18 is a par 4. New tee pad. It's farther and more left. We're taking the left side. We used to go up the right side. It takes an unbelievable amount of power to be able to consider going across. They also snugged up this line probably, 80 to 100 feet? It used to go all the way to the drop zone. Mm-hmm. So now you are always going to have a scary little approach shot to this island green, essentially. The drop zone is only if you go for the green, cross over, and don't land safe, which is an interesting rule. It's not for any other OBs. No, I've not talked to very many women that are a fan of this change. I think it takes away a lot of the excitement and ability to birdie. It's possible, but only for maybe the top 3 to 5 distance throwers.
Yeah, the second shot feels a little bit too high risk for most players to go for it. It would be a situation where you only if you need to make up strokes, but almost too high risk even for that.
Yeah, Natalie going to be one of the few to go for this, and she doesn't even need to make up strokes, but she's looking to win this thing.
Ooh, Natalie with the beefy forehand. I don't think I've seen her throw very many of those.
She's got it.
Yeah.
She did cross up there, so it's going to be a drop zone putt. Ella playing the more traditional way, and that, let me tell you, is a scary little approach. Oh, it's not a drop zone. Maybe she didn't cross. What the heck just happened?
What? Why did she not go to the drop zone?
I don't know. Maybe she didn't
cross.
It's a strange rule.
What a throw in.
Wow.
Comes in on a knife spike hyzer.
Just when I said it's not going to be as exciting on the 18th green, she's going to throw it in. And I believe that's to be on lead card.
Yes.
Wow. Ella Hansen also with a phenomenal round. And Ella actually in the clubhouse at 4 down. And I already spoiled it. Raven's also 4 down. I'm sorry. Holyn up first. This is an easy mistake to make, trying to get extra distance, flexing it too far to the right and getting caught early. It can be difficult to get to the primary layup zone from there.
So yeah, like Erika said, you only go to the drop zone if you cross the island. They have a spotter that is Marshall that I think decides on 18.
They are out there on 2 holes, but I can't remember which 2.
Me neither. It looks like Natalie, definitely did not cross the island at all. Yeah, the general consensus in the FPO field is that this isn't great, but it is cool that you can play this hole very safely for par now. Because I feel
Yeah,
like so many people were trying to go for it.
They were. It's just like a little, it's just less exciting as a spectator, that's all.
Totally agree.
Like, how many layups do you want to see? All of them?
Yeah, we're definitely not going to get to see as many drop zone putts as we have in years past.
Yeah, we usually see a good handful. Didn't you? You made it twice last year, right?
Yep, from the short side.
Holyn with a little step out chip shot. Oof. Oh man, I wonder if she goes from it. It's so risky from there.
She's definitely got the power.
Yeah, but it's
such a
something.
Yeah, such a specific shot.
So this is interesting. I love this play, but it brings that tree into play, but that's the most open angle. I think a lot of women laying up to the right of that tree, but then it's a very tight forehand or a super risky gap shot with the backhand. Like, this is, I think, more the typical place to land, but I like where Kristin is a little better. Great shot.
That OB line is so close, too.
Yeah, they really took away a lot. And I feel like one change or the other change also. Like, it's kind of cool to be able to, used to be able to go all the way to the drop zone and maybe make a cool long putt for birdie.
Yep.
Missy with a scary little approach shot. She's safe.
I watched Deanne Carey on my card today throw from about right here, a little bit further left, through the gap on the right side onto the green.
Wow.
It was cool. Shout out, Deanne.
Holyn going for it. It's pulled right. Looks like it never crosses.
That is a risky shot. And that's where strokes are going to start stacking here.
Kristin, one final harp approach shot. Perfect.
This played as the most difficult hole of the day, to no one's surprise.
Yeah. Kristin had some bogeys out there and some unforced errors, but really just was absolute professional, as she always is, to get that 3 down.
Yeah, really battled back all day long consistently.
Own up there for her par. Missy looks like she's going right side backhand.
Oh.
This shot terrifies me.
Yeah.
Great shot.
Yeah.
And that's
It's
to go
terrifying.
bogey-free 4 down.
Unreal.
Bogey-free at Maple Hill. Oh, what a dream.
Goals.
Holyn throwing 5 from the OB, and that's pretty fortunate to stay in.
Looks like Holyn has left the chat today.
One last putt. This is for double.
Oh, nice. She's back.
Yeah, but obviously not satisfied. Looks like she's in 13th. We'll check in with all the scores after, as we always do.
There were no birdies today. No one even got onto the green putting for birdie.
Yeah. I hope they change it back
Me
or
too.
or do something different.
The old hole 18 was pretty good, I thought.
I like it a lot.
Especially this year with everyone playing the way they are. I feel like we were going to see a ton
lot of people go for it.
Yeah. Go for it and maybe not land on there, but like everyone feeling more comfortable and taking that risk, which is cool.
It is cool. But overall, I think some great changes to the course. The course is in really good shape. A lot of volunteers, a lot of spectators. It's fun out here.
Thanks to everyone that came out early in the rain and watched FPO. You guys rule.
Give it up to the FPO feature card right now. Let me hear it.
And that is going to wrap up 18 holes, round 1 of 4 of this final event of the season, heading into the championships.
Here we go. Missy Gannon, Raven Klein, Ella Hansen, all 4 down in a tie for the lead. Kristin Tattar going to snag that last spot over Natalie Ryan, both 3 down. Owen Scoggins going to slide back to chase card.
Ooh, hot goose on the chase card. Honk.
Thanks.
With Owen, Annik, and Sten. And who's the first one? Oh, Natalie Ryan. That's going to be a fun chase card to watch. Looks like to be in the top 10, you got to be 1 under par, even in the adverse conditions. I think we're going to see a lot more hot shooting. If this is an indicator of the rest of the weekend. It'll be calmer conditions, but I think windier tomorrow.
Yeah, which can be tougher.
Yeah, and it's a little front moving through, so we might see some north winds, and that can be tough at Maple Hill. It makes all the long carries a headwind. Perfect.
We love it.
Well, thanks for hanging with us in the first round of the MVP Open presented by OTB Discs. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 hot geese.
Honk.
Honk.
it.